magnet that draws visitors from all over the world by the million, and perhaps the biggest miracle of the desert that has been brought to life, is Las Vegas. Here is a breathtaking city built in the middle of deserted, arid nowhere. The water of Lake Mead and the enormous electrical supply from Hoover Dam alone have made this improbable place possible. Incredibly, 5,000 visitors pour into Las Vegas every day. So join them and prepare for your first view of the razzle-dazzle fun spot that has been superimposed on a tract of lifeless rock and burning sand. We're on the famous Strip, where every ritzy casino has its swimming pools and palm tree gardens, and the summer heat is delightfully tempered by the dry desert air and enlivened with all that's comely.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come on and fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me.
DJ Frack is in the building.
let's fly away. Fly with me.
Well, I'm going home.
Going home, going home, going home. Yeah, I never see you in it. I'm going home, going home, going home. I'll meet you on that shore. I got it way, got it way. Yeah, I never see you anymore. Got it way, got it way, got it way. I'll meet you on that ocean. I have a right, have a right, have a right. Yeah, I never see you anymore. I have a right, have a right, have a right. I'll meet you on that ocean. Thomas, hear my hand, hear my hand, hear my hand. If I never see you in it, oh, hear my hand, hear my hand, hear my hand. I'll meet you on that ocean. Take a stand, take a stand, take a stand. Yeah, I never see you. Take a stand, take a stand. I'll meet you on that Kenyan shore. I'm satisfied, satisfied, satisfied. Yeah, I never see.
Here we go again, give you more knuckles.
Okay, so that was Vegas trip number 2 that we shot anyways. Had a great time.
Love Vegas.
Love Vegas. Stayed at the New York hotel again this year. Same as last year. Great place. Awesome that they have like the food court open most of the night. That's not every hotel that you stay at in Vegas, so that kind of wins for us because we tend to stay up pretty late when we're out there. But we hit 3 different shops while we were out there. The Angique mall that was attached to the record store. All 3 of these stores were 1, 2, 3 in a row, right?
Yeah, in like a strip mall.
Yeah, kind of a strip mall out there on Decatur Boulevard, I think it was, Sheila. Yeah, I think so. We went out there to go to Moondog Records. Never been there before. Awesome store.
Yep.
And it happened to have a antique store attached to it and like a boutique in between or on the outside of that. But all 3 of them pretty cool. So what we ended up picking up was Sheila found a bunch of cassette singles at Moondog. They have a bunch of stuff crammed into that kind of a small store. Aisles are kind of narrow, so you can't really fit a bunch of people in there or whatnot. But Sheila was able to jackrabbit herself into a corner and pick up a bunch of cassette singles. So what we picked up cassette single-wise was Bobby Brown, Humpin' Around. And that was a big hit for Bobby Brown. That was kind of his second album. It was the first big cut off of the second album. He had the big success with Don't Be Cruel, and then he came out with that second album, Humpin' Around, being the big single off of that. Any thoughts on Mr. Brown?
It's the jam. It's good. It's a good
It
song.
is.
Yeah.
It is. I thought it was interesting. We were talking about it last night that Bobby Brown, when they put that song together, they borrowed the melody from Dancin' Days by Led Zeppelin. And it was kind of like a recognized conscious thing, apparently. And I've never put that together.
No, I'm still having a hard time putting that together. I don't hear it immediately. Not like the whole Pharrell Williams.
Yeah, I think if you layered it up one upon each other, you'd be like, oh, and it's not like the whole song. It's not like plagiarism,
right?
They just borrowed the melody. But the other one that we picked up, and I thought this was kind of neat because last year we saw the Black Crowes in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
and we found the Black Crowes Hard to Handle.
Yeah, I'd honestly never seen that on cassette single. I saw that and immediately snatched that off the shelf. That was
I had
cool
that
find.
on cassette
I
single
did
back in the
not.
day. Yeah, I had that one. A big song for Otis Redding back in the day. Well, it was a B-side for Otis Redding back in the day, but a great song, I meant to say, by Otis Redding back in 1968. But it was an even bigger hit for the Black Crowes. That one kind of launched them into the stratosphere, along with Jealous Again. So,
That's a great song.
Yep. And we picked up 3 Prince singles. The first one, The Most Beautiful Girl in the World.
Yeah,
Yeah. And was that on Diamonds and Pearls?
I think so.
I think so, too.
I'm not
I know that he got sued. Well, his estate got sued years later by some Italian pop duo for plagiarism.
Oh.
And he actually lost in Italian court. So they had to add this Italian pop duo to the songwriting credits through the estate so that they could republish his material after he passed.
Oh,
So I thought that was kind of interesting. I can't imagine Prince needed to plagiarize from anybody being
no.
an absolute musical genius. Then the other Prince one, Sexy MF.
You sexy murder.
Yeah, hey.
I didn't say it.
Okay. This
We are
is
family friendly here.
Yep. It's definitely a family-friendly channel. But that's a big Prince song for me.
That's
I love
fantastic.
that song.
Yeah.
So it was cool to find that. And then just over the moon about the third one, Seven.
Oh yeah, that's our jam.
7 might be my favorite Prince song.
Yeah.
And that probably changes week to week.
Fun fact: I used to do that at karaoke.
You used to do 7 by Prince at karaoke?
I did.
Do you want to do some for everybody?
No.
Okay. So, really cool to find those. And the other one that we picked up, Iggy Pop, Candy.
Yeah, I saw that, and I knew you'd need that one.
Yes.
You're the Iggy Pop
Yes.
fan.
Well, that are you familiar with that song?
I'm not.
You're not. He did that with Kate Pearson from the B-52s.
Nice.
And that was Iggy's biggest single.
How does it go? No, I didn't mean. I'm not like trying to,
No,
But
I'll
probably
I'll
know
play
it.
it.
if I
I'll
heard
play it for you later. Yeah.
and then I'll be like, edit the video. I do know that.
Yeah,
song.
that actually charted higher than Lust for Life for Iggy Pop.
But then
so,
I probably do know it.
Yeah. We also picked up Maxi Priest, That Girl,
Yep.
and that was Maxi Priest's kind of comeback too. He had the big hit with oh God, what was Maxi? Close to You. Yeah, it was his big one. Mm-hmm. And then he kind of came back. That Girl was like 96, I think. He did that with Shaggy.
Yes. And
So-
you know how much I love Shaggy.
Yep.
Big Shaggy fan over here.
Oh yeah, I love Shaggy. And I've seen Maxi Priest in concert. He was phenomenal in concert.
Nice.
Yeah. Magoo and Timberland.
Up jumps the boogie.
Yes. And that features Aaliyah and
Missy.
Missy, one of Missy Elliott's first recordings. That was real early for Missy Elliott, but I always loved that song. And that one doesn't get a lot of play anymore. You don't hear that a ton. And I think Magoo just passed, but Timberland, of course, took off production-wise. Like after that, he's produced 1 million songs since that. But that was kind of where it all started, Magoo and Timberland. But it was cool to find that. Arrested Development, Mr. Wendell.
That is my jam.
Yep. Saw Arrested Development in concert too. They were really good.
Cool.
Mr. Wendell, a big hit for them. But that whole album,
That whole album.
yeah, that whole first album. I even liked their second one quite a bit. But that first album, 4 or 5 singles off of that album was really. They were
solid.
They were actually 1993's Rolling Stone Band of the Year. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not.
Yeah, and think about everything that was out in 1993.
Right.
So that says quite a bit. But Speech actually wrote that about a homeless guy that he knew in Atlanta. That's what he based Mr. Wendell on. I don't know if you remember the video, but it's...
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. And PM Dawn. I'd Die Without You. Talk about a soundtrack to my high school senior year.
I tell you what, like, long live the 90s. Long live the 90s.
Is that's your statement?
That is.
Okay.
I put it on my headstone.
That's your mantra?
Yep.
I'd Die Without You. When I'm thinking of my high school years, I mean, so much great stuff in 1992, but I specifically remember going out to get the Boomerang soundtrack because that song was taken off, and that's where it first appeared, was on that Boomerang soundtrack before the PM Dawn album came out. So
it was,
getting that, and I mean, the Boys to Men and all the R&B was huge in 92. So it was an interesting time, and when I think of that time period, I definitely think of songs like PM Dawn, I'd Die Without You. So,
and that's why I'm so addicted to these cassette singles, is because they spark joy. I mean, take you back to just a simpler time when music was fantastic, and I mean, we're not sitting here playing cassette singles on the regular, but just to have them in our possession, and they're just a nice piece of music memorabilia, of nostalgia.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about that at the store, just like that, just having that plastic sleeve, or not plastic, but the cardboard sleeves of that cassette. That in itself, to keep those in decent shape, all this time. So when you get them and they're in great shape, and it's just like, man, I remember getting these for 99 cents, back in the day. But yeah, it's definitely a nostalgia thing for us, the cassette singles, but we're having fun collecting them.
Yep.
And
they're a pretty killer collection going too.
They're off people's radar. They're not arm and a legging people for cassette singles, anywhere.
No, I mean, the Prince ones were, a little
sure,
pricier,
because it's Prince.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll pay a premium for Prince.
Yeah, and these guys at Moondog, they had they were probably eBay prices, maybe.
I mean, a little
bit under eBay prices.
I mean, you're not paying shipping and all that to begin with, but the prices were fair at this store. Like, I mean, for Vegas, I was I was not.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I was not quaking when we got our total. I was like, I don't
know. No, so these guys, they had a great selection.
Yeah.
They had a little bit of everything that we were looking for. I think there was only one or two things that I was looking for that they didn't really have. But yeah, great store, and the guys were super nice.
Oh yeah, no, I would totally go back. I really enjoyed that. We've been to a couple record stores.
Yeah, 11th Street
Records, and then Record City, which was a really great shop.
And
too.
I do want to go back to Record City. I'd like to shoot a video there. That's a really interesting shop. But yeah, Moondog A+, loved Moondog.
Yeah, looking forward to going back.
We also found at Moondog LPs, Cat Stevens' 1970 release Mona Bone Jacone, which
one
was
of the ones we were missing. Which,
that kind of completes our Cat Stevens collection. That was the one that we were looking for. Real early Cat Stevens album, but great album. And I was doing a little bit of research on some of these items last night, and I was like, I wonder what that means, Mona Bone Jacone. Well, it's a nickname for his privates.
Family-friendly channel, Ryan.
I said privates. I could have said much worse than that, but Cat Stevens reveals in an interview that was what he nicknamed it.
Well.
Yeah. Did you hear that? That means the Celtics are getting ready to play.
That means they're getting ready.
And then we also picked up, also completing our Dr. Dre collection, 2001.
Yeah, we wanted that one for a minute.
Yeah, and got a ridiculous price on it. Great price. And that's the thing about Las Vegas is if you're looking for older, not that Dr. Dre's 2001 is older, that's 1999, but if you're looking for 1990s and 80s hip-hop, Las Vegas seems to be the place for you because we've found 80s hip-hop albums in dollar bins out there.
Yeah, and in Detroit, that's what everybody wants to buy, and the pricing or availability is a problem.
Yeah, and that seems to be true of everywhere we go, that they value certain things over other things. And like when we go down to Mississippi, you'd think blues would be like the big, everybody would be wanting to get blues, but blues is from there, so that's not what they super value. They want Motown and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is interesting from region to region what they value. But Las Vegas, we've gotten home run after home run for hip hop albums out there. We also picked up 3 12 inches. Mind you, while I'm going through this, I'm putting all of this in my backpack to bring home on the airplane. We also picked up 3 singles, 12-inch singles. Billy Idol, White Wedding, parts 1 and 2. A big song for Billy Idol. Billy Idol just can't miss. Yeah,
that's exactly it.
Yeah. And then we picked up 2 INXS 12
Love INXS.
Yeah?
Love them.
Yeah, you do love them.
Love them.
2 INXS singles. The first one, New Sensation. And we picked that one up at Moondog, I think, right?
No, New Sensation was... Or didn't you find that at the Antique Mall?
No. I think I went back to get New Sensation.
Oh, that's right, because I told you it was there, and then we left it. And
it didn't really register.
I'm not going to get on the plane without that. And then you went back and got
it. Well,
I
was imagining being on the plane going, why didn't I pick up that New Sensation for for the price it was? So we picked up INXS New Sensation 12-inch, and then at the Antique Mall, Charlston Antique.
Yes.
We picked up Need You Tonight.
Yeah, and I dare you to put that on and not dance. It is physically impossible to stand still when I Need You Tonight comes on the radio. You can't. It's impossible.
Also, and I don't know if you noticed this, it's sealed.
It is. Yeah,
it's
not going to be sealed for long. Let that baby breathe. But oh man, that's my jam. That is my get down.
Yeah. Okay, so we picked up those, and lastly, also at the Antique Mall, we picked up Mellow Man Ace, Mentirosa.
I don't know this. I don't. Yeah.
This was an old hip hop song. It's Spanglish. It's half Spanglish, half Spanish, half English. It really sucked me in because he uses Evil Ways, the Santana song.
That's a good time.
Yeah. And Mentirosa means liar, a female liar. The song is about a woman who keeps lying to him.
Well.
And that happens.
To some, I'm sure.
Well. So anyway, I was really happy to find that. That was a big song for me when I was younger. And lastly, also at Moondog Records, we picked up The Show on VHS. Russell Simmons' The Show. Do you know anything about this VHS? Have you ever seen The Show?
No. All I think of is Slick Rick.
Well, because that's part of it.
Okay.
Actually, they interview Slick Rick while he's in prison in this VHS.
Oh.
And it also has one of the last interviews with Biggie Smalls.
Oh, okay.
It's partially interviews and it's partially live performances. There's live performances by Wu-Tang Clan, Notorious B.I.G., I think Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh Crew, Run DMC, I think. But it was just an unbelievable, at the time when it came out, it was like, holy moly. But anyway, got a good price on that too. So overall, we did really, really well out there. Had a great vacation. We went down to, as you can see in the video, went down to Fremont, went to the Gold Nugget, played some slots.
Oh, yeah. That's what we do.
Sheila got accosted by a gorilla in the middle of Fremont.
Yep.
What else with the trip? Well, we're going to have another video. We didn't really mention.
We Dave Matthews Band, bucket list item for me. My favorite band in my favorite city. So it was, that was a big deal for me, and had a wonderful time.
Yes. So part 2 to the video will be the Dave Matthews stuff. I didn't want to throw all this onto one video. It'd be like 2 hours long. And we had a great time. Always have a great time in Vegas.
Love Vegas.
One of the better times I think I've had in Vegas because I didn't want to come home. I could have done with one more night, I think.
Yeah. And usually we're like, okay.
But had a great time, and we'll see you at the next video. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
See, that's the problem.